All right, everybody, I'm Heroic Nerd, and welcome back to the Atlas Comics playlist. And this time we are doing the Scorpion again, but I'm going to show you guys right now. Take a look. Look at this shit. Look at that. Look at his costume. Look at the art style. It's completely different. And not for having had changed artists. I don't even know who the fucking artist is. I don't care personally. But they changed him. He doesn't seems so dark now. He seems definitely, his costume has obviously brighter colors, but it has more flair to it. So much more Silver Age, you know? Which I find peculiarly interesting. Let's see what this says. Even bullets can't stop these creatures. How will I save Ruby? How? Yeah, look at him. He's fighting zombies, which zombies, particularly voodoo zombies, were very much a pulp thing. But I don't know. I don't know why they did this, why they changed the look of the character from issue 1 to issue 2. But Atlas Comics, of course, was doing just about anything to get these lines off the ground. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just completely changed his look and they completely changed the color scheme to appeal to audience sensibilities in a desperate attempt to save themselves from utter destruction. I don't know. Let's see. I doubt there's going to be an explanation for this inside of the narrative, but let's get started. Syrianus. Actors come through here to brag about their latest artistic landmarks, while their agents try not to look bored. But in the midst of this superficial din, we find one couple not engaged in theatrical conversation. Right. 5 days ago, after a mysterious phone call, Reinhardt ran off. According to Mrs. Reinhardt, he was scared silly. Jules Reinhardt, the Chicago financier? Muttering something about black magic and voodoo. Interested? Not really. I've heard about this fellow. He's got a reputation for eccentricity. Probably staged the whole thing himself. I beg your pardon, Mr. Frost. There's a Miss Reinhardt on the phone for you. Speak of the devil. Well, I like how they just get into it. They no mincing words, no bullshit, just this is the introduction. We know who these fucking people are, let's get into it. Moments later, frankly, Mrs. Reinhardt, I don't think this commission is quite my cup of... No, I'm sure it's not just a publicity stunt, but the police are far better equipped... Danger! And in the twinkling of an eye, the debonair demeanor of Morrow Frost has vanished, replaced by the dynamic presence of a man called Scorpion. Well, it is actually this is kind of pulpish. Maybe it's just the cover art that had me alarmed, but this is pretty pulpish. It's obviously still set in the 1920s. We can see that based on the architecture and the fashion, but let's see. We've got some kind of weird lion attack, ready to face the most unusual menace in his chic knife spot. Like some silent demon of chaos, the lion charges. As a slim blade sprung from a wrist sheath appears in the Scorpion's hands. Thus, against his will, Morrow Frost is thrust into a nightmare of violence and death, known in his private files as the Devil Doll Commission. Oh my god. By Howard Chaykin? What? Really? Alright. That makes this more interesting. It is only his savage instincts that save Morrow Frost from a horrendous death. Yet as the Scorpion plunges his dagger repeatedly into the animal flesh, there is no roar of challenge, only the savage flailing of mighty claws. Until a vital spot is hit. Oh my god, he is stabbing the shit out of that thing. Look at it. Then an all-too-human scream is ripped from the beast's slavering jaws, and through some unearthly force, the lion's prone form begins to shift, to change, until the twitching carcass at the Scorpion's feet has become a man? What, so he's a fucking werewolf? I mean, pulps have elements of mysticism in them, so that's not a big deal, but wow, what a twist! Oh man, Morrow, what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, what the fuck? Miss Reinhardt, are you still there? Be at my home around 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's right. Good night. He finishes the conversation. That it must have something to do with her. There must be like rampant lion attacks or whatever. He must at least suspect that she's involved. The next evening, And so, Mr. Frost, at 5 in the morning, he grabbed a briefcase, stuffed with private documents, and drove off. The last thing he said as he slammed the door was, "No voodoo witchcraft's gonna stop me," or something along those lines. Well, there's the fucking case right there. I mean, that breaks the fucking case. I see. Now, about this phone call, you say you overheard some of it? What was said? Nothing I can remember except he mentioned Max Cervantes. He's a gangster, isn't he? He was a gangster. Cervantes died in a plane wreck 8 years ago. Perhaps someone is posing as Cervantes. In any event, Miss Reinhardt, I'll look into it. Thank you so much, Mr. Frost. In the meantime, I'll take to the streets, talk to Cervantes' old gang members. Well, his costume, yeah, it looks like it did earlier. He's definitely back to the Pulps. After the woman was gone, Ruby, I want a complete rundown on Jules Reinhardt. Finances, family history, everything. I'll see what I can dig up. I like them. They're like a team. It's really cool. Nightfall. The city, so bright during the day, now takes on a look of threatening shadows, as the creatures of evening take to the deserted streets. Through this crazy quilt of light and dark stalks the scorpion. From the underworld dives into the dark avenues, haunts of crime barons, the scorpion follows a trail that points to one nagging conclusion: that Max Cervantes is alive. Another twist. And after hours of detective work, the Scorpion finds his journey end at the Skyline Room, a speakeasy, a relic of Prohibition, a place that was once owned by Max Cervantes. He's doing the whole Batman thing, look at him. Outside, the air is alive with winter's chill, but within the Skyline Room, the atmosphere's warm. Warm and dense with the heavy smell of hashish and opium, as New York's bored rich indulge themselves in the latest decadence. Keep 'em happy, Vince. If anyone wants me, I'll be in the office. Okay, Limey. Well, you've gone from bad liquor to bad dope, eh, Limey? The Scorpion! Hands where I can see them, Whelan. Hey, I'm clean, I swear it. You don't concern me, Limey. What I want is Cervantes, now. You gotta be joking. You know as well as I do that Max died in 1930. I'm sorry, Limey, but my investigations have proven otherwise. Now, are you gonna talk? He's behind the panel, but it's locked from the inside. Oh, well, that was easy. Okay, so he died in 1930, and that was 8 years before this story, which means this story takes place in 1938, which is the birth of the superhero right between the Pulp Age and the Golden Age. I wish that would become relevant, and probably maybe it would become relevant, if not for the fact that this is canceled after the next issue. Sorry. Bam! Oh, he shoots the lock off. Behind a false wall, the scent of lilacs barely hides the stench of death. Max! He's croaked! Why am I not surprised? But this man is Jules Reinhardt. That's what Max called himself since 1930. He faked the crash. A doc in Chicago changed his face, and he ran out on his silent partner in bootlegging, Buddy Lyle. The band leader? Yeah, the fucking band leader. Yeah, but somehow Lyle caught on and made some noise. And so Max grabbed his band of books and hid out here. And now, after all these years, he's had a heart attack. Well, well. Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure about that, buddy. I'm pretty sure it's murder. What else could it have been? There's not a mark on him. Anybody could get by me. Well, somebody did, you fucking lout. And this man's been murdered. It's a fucking voodoo doll. Goddamn. Shortly thereafter, in the Scorpion's brownstone, Muchas gracias, Senor Ruiz. You've been a great help. Moro, listen, I've discovered something fascinating. Jules Reinhardt has no history before 1930. How did you know? That was Diego Ruiz on the phone, president of Banco de Panama, Panama City. Those private documents of Reinhardt's, they were coded bank books for his Panamanian deposits. Reinhardt was murdered for those bank books by Cervantes, but the word is he's really alive. Not anymore, he isn't. Wait a minute. We've got to see Miss Reinhardt. You drive, I'll explain on the way. Meanwhile, the repeal of prohibition wiped out many a fortune, and none were harder hit than those owned by the fashionable cabarets of Harlem. Through the doorway of one such forgotten speakeasy strides a tall, smartly dressed man. Buddy's in the back. I've spoken with the bank. You were right. You can't touch Max's dough with the wife's signature in person. And another thing, this fellow Ruiz says another guy called and wanted for same information about 10 minutes ago. That was the Scorpion, damn it! Whoever this guy is, I don't like him. I don't like how he lays down and pets that cat. Something about it ain't right. We can't take any chances with him in the picture. We'll just have to snatch the wife. Hell, even dead Max is a pain. Come, Caesar. Speaking of pains, how about the hoodoo lady? Her moaning gets on my nerves. Her job's done. Oh shit, look, they got an old lady. Alright, well, we'll pay her off tonight. And you can use your little cash box here. What, they're gonna kill the... She's the one doing the voodoo, right? She's the voodoo master. You see, Miss Reinhardt, the Panamanian banks have a system similar to that of the Swiss. And your late husband wrote a special clause for his foreign account, whereby funds could be withdrawn only on your signature, witnessed by the president of the bank. For that reason, Miss Reinhardt, your life is now in danger. Can you use a gun? Why, yes. Fine, take this. Miss Bishop will remain here. I've got a job to finish. Oh shit, they're coming for the lady so that they can get at the bank. At that moment, I hope this explains what the fuck was up with that lion. That's what I want to know. At that moment, in the J.C. Keene funeral home where Max Cervantes alias Jules Reinhardt lies in repose. Shortly... I'll take it, Miss Reinhardt. Hello? What? The body disappeared? What the fuck is he talking? Like some angel of vengeance, the Scorpion travels through Manhattan's lofty spires. And at his destination... It's Curly. Seems Max's wife just strolled outside and they grabbed her. Terrific. Call Bert at the Skyport. Tell him we'll be there in half an hour. Mr. Lyle? Job's done. I'd like my money now, please, Mr. Lyle. Yes. Ed, take care of the lady, will you? And minutes later the Scorpion arrives, missing his prey by mere moments. When suddenly... Ooh! Thinks he can kill old Rose. I had my insurance case this happened. 2 hexes. If one don't get him, the other will. Where did they go? Oh shit, what is that? Did he get her? Skyport, don't worry. I took care. If one don't get him, the other. The other what? The other fucking what? Don't leave me in fucking suspense. With a choking cough, the old woman dies, and the Scorpion retraces his route. Oh my god, did he just jump on top of a... What is that? He did, he just jumped on top of a train. In imitable Scorpion fashion? In inimitable Scorpion fashion? What the fuck does that mean? I'm a goddamn college-educated writer, and I've never heard that word in my life. Manhattan's downtown Skyport. Like the financial district it serves by day, the place bustles with life, handling seaplane traffic from Boston to Philadelphia, while by night it's silent as a tomb. This night, however, the silence is broken by the whine of a warming engine as... How nice of you to walk right into our clutches, Miss Reinhardt, isn't it? Max always did have great taste in women. Enough! This has gone on far too long. I am not Miss Reinhardt, my name is Bishop, and I've been stalling. Tut-tut, my dear, I believe you're stalling now. Plane's ready, Mr. Lyle. Come on, Miss Reinhardt. I tell you I'm not. Eddie, bring her aboard. Oh man, the Scorpion's got your fucking ticket now, you bastards. Oh shit, look at that. Kick right in the goddamn face, coming in like fucking Batman. What is it? Punch, punch, punch. Chop. Get down, lady. Oh shit. Unseen in the shadows by the pier, the pilots retrieve a fallen pistol. He draws a bead on the Scorpion's back and... Moro! He fires. What happens? Oh, I think he took it in the arm. I haven't waited these 8 years to lose everything on account of some wise-mouth broad. Okay, Scorpion, freeze. You killed my pilot, so I need you alive. Now, whatever she's paying you, I'll double. After all, they say you're an unprincipled fella. Huh, you're greatly mistaken about my lack of principles. Any contract of mine is binding, and I don't deal with killers. Listen, friend. Caesar's forgotten. In the fray seems to shimmer in the murky shadows of the dock as... Wait a minute, hold on. Caesar's turning into a lion? Hold on, what happened to Caesar? Hold on. Caesar was the one that fell, right? Who the fuck is Caesar? Whatever. I don't care. Anyway. Caesar, forgotten in the fray, seems to shimmer in the murky shadows of the dock as... You've got no choice. Do it, or I'll blow her head off. Okay, okay. I have had just about enough. Ooh, she knows karate. Suddenly, a shift in the shadows catches the scorpion's eye. Shift accompanied by the smell of incense. Old Rosie's incense. And the shift becomes a shadow, a shape, a form. Oh, Caesar was a lion the whole fucking time. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say in my life. An evasive moment comes, and it's too late. It all worked out, but why the hell did you leave Miss Reinhardt? There, that'll hold. What? Oh, she means the shoulder. Well, right after you left the funeral parlor called, they said that Reinhardt's body had vanished. I thought it might have some... Good lord, the second hex. Handle the police, I'll explain later. What, Reinhardt? Reinhardt is the second hex? His dead body is going to come to life. The scorpion moves with desperate swiftness towards Reinhardt's home, turning his mind from the pain of a wounded arm and praying he is not too late. What's going on? Oh shit! Again, he senses it. The skin-prickling presence of some obscene force behind human understanding. He is prepared, yet still he shudders at a face permanently sedated in dreamless sleep, a face beyond worldly caring, a face that is a masterpiece of the mortician's art, the face of Jules Reinhardt. A blow that has killed men now serves merely to destroy the switches in Reinhardt's mouth, slackening his lips. So again he strikes and again, each time succeeding only in removing more rouge and paint, until absently the dead man responds. It has been a long night, a hard night. The scorpion, his black eyes smoldering, breathes deeply, for at that moment he is filled with cold berserk fury. And he becomes... judge, jury, and executioner. Holy shit, he blew up Reinhardt. Well, Reinhardt was a zombie. I guess that doesn't... I don't know, man. That was fucking sick, dude. You sent the lady's dead husband after her? That's fucked up. Everybody loves a disaster as long as it's the other guy's problem. But when the other guy is rich and famous or infamous, that's news. Thus, all I can say is Miss Reinhardt had suffered a tremendous shock. She has my sympathies. Oh, she didn't pull through. Are you sympathetic enough to waive your fee? Altruism is for Albert Schweitzer. The Scorpion is not a charitable institution. Good night, gentlemen. Beautiful, I love it. He doesn't give a fuck. But he does, but he doesn't. He cares, but not really. He's got a very rigid philosophy, and he doesn't break it for nobody. But yeah, that was cool. That one was a little bit hard to follow, but God, I am so glad that they didn't get rid of, like, the pulp of it, you know? That was really good, so... Anyway, it takes place in 1938, which means any minute now, Superman's gonna show up. But there's only one more... There's only one more of these, so we'll see. We'll see what the next one's like. Hopefully it's another Pulp story. But I don't know what was up with that cover. It must have been just they must have just told somebody, hey, they must have given like a brief synopsis of the story and be like, hey, this is it, you know? Make a cover, so. Anyway, that's it for this one. If you like this one and you want to read more comments with me, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, donate to my Patreon. Until next time, nerds, stay heroic.